It's Montina here, and we have over 200 people registered, but the same people that are coming, y'all show up, some new people, and I tell you, I'm going to continue to do this. And I'm going to tell you one thing I've learned in life is to be consistent. I get up and go to the gym every day. I run my marriage support call. I read. I'm very routine, and it has worked for me well in business and in life. We show up and we get the results. So what I'm going to do is I created this Let's Talk call connecting the dots in the great state of Georgia because there is nothing out there that I believe where people are just really explaining to us how business goes and is run in the state of Georgia. Everything is federal opportunities, there are opportunities everywhere, and we should focus here on Georgia because we live in this state. There is a surplus in our state, there is business in our state. We have relationships in our state. So my focus is primarily business, and it's especially bidding. There are local contracts. Well, I got some stuff here today to show you. There are corporate contracts. There are federal dollars for state-run contracts. There's money here. So we have to make sure that we're in business and bidding. The second thing I focus on now are boards. I will have a call right after this call called Let's Talk Politics, connecting the dots in the great state of Georgia. There's a lot of focus on the national politics, but it's the local politics that rule, okay? Board of Commissions approving a $259 million budget. It's here local. The third thing is building relationships. Y'all come here, I see you, you see me. I'm more inclined to help you. I'm part of the Atlanta Black Chamber, Atlanta Business League, National Association of National Supplier Development Councils, NMSDC, the Minority Supplier Development Council. I'm part of NAACP. I mean, I'm part of a lot of things. It's about the relationships. We talk about them, whoever them and they are, but it really is your circle. You in my circle. Yes, I'm going to show you opportunities. Like I sent my client yesterday a $45 million opportunity. And the fourth thing is I focus on families, building family. I run a marriage support call for women that want to get and stay married Monday through Friday at 7:30 a.m. So that's what I do. Okay. So today, as I share my screen with those, like I said, y'all come. It's up to you to be here. I want to show you what we're going to do from an agenda standpoint is we're going to talk about our Georgia resources contracts, and then we'll have time for any questions that you have. And so what I'm going to do here is share my screen. And this morning on a call that I was on, there was some talk around DBE. So I want to focus on that after the procurement. Excuse me. Make sure that you sign up for the Henry County government, how to do business with Henry County, because I'm the one leading these sessions. I have a contract with Henry County, and I want you to be able to do business with Henry County. So took me about 5-6 hours to put together that presentation. I know this county like the back of my hand, and I'm going to teach you how to do business with them. But as we look here at the procurement, and again, we do this, I'm actually going to show you something that I discovered kind of by accident yesterday. Excuse me. Okay, here, it's not going to be in the design. And I don't know if this will be accurate for each time, but it came up yesterday. So there's a STEM school being built in Stockbridge, and that's in Henry County. And I know it's still out here. Let's see if we can find that STEM. Let me see if I'm just going to go to the city of Stockbridge. And coincidentally, when I sent it over to a client that I have, they're marketing their old, we don't accept new face. But I said, hey, they was like, well, do you have an idea of the budget? And I was like, well, not really. I mean, I didn't. It's not my space. Oh, it's not even here for me to show you. Oh, this is funny. So anyways, I was able to find this school information and the range under a Construct Connect. So let me see if it might come up in my. Yep, here it is. Here it is. We got to peek at it real quick because it's going to go away. I don't have a subscription to this, but it actually came up that price. See there, right there, 45.5 million. And it's going to, oh, it didn't go away this time. So I've never seen this. I didn't even know it was here, but I was trying to look up like, here it is. They blocked it finally. But it gave me an idea for that on the construction side. Now that is not going to happen all, I don't know even how that came up. There are times when the bid might have a price along with it, but not often. I didn't even know I could do that. So again, sometimes when you're looking for an opportunity, see what the budget might be. Okay, and I'm going to show you some of that with Henry County. We actually show the award total for the bid. So again, see what the budget might be. But again, coming in here and looking at some of these, again, I like to just go down. I come in, look at the start date. Okay, so this is July 9th, 2024. This came up at 1:50 p.m., so like 20 minutes ago. They have an RFQ request for either quote, sometimes that's an RFQ request for qualification. So let's see what they're asking for. Again, construction administration, roof replacement, replacement of gutter and downspouts, document existing conditions. So there's some specific things that they want, and here are the codes. And their requests for qualified companies. I have a couple of clients in this space, and this is for 2025, and I'm going to send this to them. So again, come in here sometimes and see what's out here. There are typically always opportunities for janitorial services. Those that are in that space should do pretty well. Let's see what's out here right now, janitorial. And those are janitorial contracts that are renewed pretty often. City of South Fulton, Fort Valley Utility Commission, and then janitorial cleaning service, Macon Water Authority. Okay, so we can go in here and look. Let's see what they need here. Okay, City of South Fulton, proponent will provide centralized janitorial services as specified in the RFP, and they have a scope of services. Always look at the offers conference. Okay, this is a time when they had a conference where you can ask more, or they'll go over the RFP specifically, the site schedule and all of that type of information. And again, this is on your procurement. You can also go down, and again, last week I showed you where you can look up suppliers. If there's somebody you might be interested in knowing, what they do, or if your information is in here correctly, go ahead and check. And also your government entities, okay? The government entities are all listed in here. If you want to know sort of when, let's see, behavioral health and developmental disabilities, do they have anything open? Okay, have they ever had anything open? Okay, we can look at past awards. So they have at the last, we'll see event for details. Research services, sole source. Okay, this is just one provider that can provide these services, web infrastructure, lawn maintenance services. So they actually, they just had a few that closed, 2024, okay? Look at that. HIV early. So just again, make sure you come in and look. If you see, put your keyword in, your NIGP codes, and you're saying, well, Montina, I don't see anything. Well, you might not see anything now, but go back and look and see what was out there for the type of work that you provide. I know a lot of people provide training services. Let's see what's been in here for training. Okay. I don't even know what this is. Some sort of table, training, technical training. Let's see if we've had anything under leadership. Okay. Okay. Leadership development services. DeKalb County just had this. I believe this RFP, if I remember right, it went for about $650,000. If this is the one, because there was one in DeKalb County. Community Leadership Institute. So again, this was out August 22nd. This might come out again. Maybe they're going to do it again within a year, August 22nd. So again, you want to pay attention, consultant leadership development program. And let's just say, I'll meet some of you that you're kind of new in business and you're like, I don't know what to put on there. I don't, how do I price my services? What do I offer? What do I do? You can actually go look at these RFPs and study them. Okay, just like you would for a job description, right? So we can look at, was there an offers conference? Yes, there was. Okay, and this again, we're looking at an old one. And we can go in here and say, well, what were they asking for? Okay, so move this little thing out of the space and say, what were they asking for? All right, and it is downloading. And we can look at that and give us an idea of what was requested and what we may want to include in our response proposal. Okay, so while that is downloading, okay, there we go. Let's see what they are talking about in that. Boop, boop, boop. Okay. Thank y'all for joining me today. I sure appreciate it. It's the summertime. Next week, I'm actually going, I may not have a call next week, y'all. So check. I will be at the U.S. Black Chambers Conference next week. So look at this right here. City of Albany, what they were looking for. Okay, the procurement division, what they were looking for. Okay, let's look at the scope of work. Where is that? Okay, so here's company profile staff, program approach and plan, past experience, capacity to complete project and retire frame. And here's their background, the objective, and here's the scope of services. So this is the exact scope of services. So if I was putting together a leadership program and I'm not working with them, but I'm working with someone else and I want to make recommendations, these are some of the things that you could do. All right. So you could say, hey, this is what we're going to do for our leadership program. We're going to work closely with the advisory board to recommend this. We're going to focus. You literally lift, rinse, repeat, as long as these are things that you can provide, as long as they're things that you can provide. Okay. So again, from a procurement standpoint, okay, a program might cover the following topics. So, these are some of the ideas that they have. I mean, I can tell you, I used to teach corporate training, be a facilitator for an IT corporation, and then I moved into continuity. We always, there's a course called Crucial Conversations. We did the train and trainer, and I was a facilitator for that. That is something that every leadership program has, crucial conversations. It's always difficult for them to have difficult conversations, okay? So again, thinking of what can you provide, go back and look at the RFPs. Let's jump over here to kind of the DBE program. I talk a lot about, if you follow me anywhere, CE&I, DBE program. Okay, here they go. So in the state of Georgia, we have a DBE program, but every state across the United States has a DBE program, Disadvantaged Business Enterprise Program. There's over $10 million funded from the U.S. Department of Commerce for this program. It's been around for quite some time. And I'm going to turn off my video. I think I'm going to stop my video because I am at this location and I don't think my internet's all that strong. So this program actually we here in the state of Georgia have DBE support provided by CE&I, I think they're Construction Engineering Institute. This company is paid over $300,000 per year on their contract to provide us support, okay, to provide us services and programs. There's videos here, there's information, there's training, it's all free to you. Okay, it is all free, okay? They are a Florida-based company providing services for us here in Georgia. So if you have questions about the certifications, you can reach out to them and contact them, and they should be able to help you for free. That's what they're paid to do. And look here, I don't even get the newsletters anymore. Let me see what their newsletter says. You can sign up to get the information. You can come out here and ask them questions. And this is supportive services that they can help you create a business plan, a marketing plan, a website. They actually, I think they build websites. And GDOT awards 18 construction contracts for statewide transportation projects. So again, come out here and pay attention to how the money is moving. Really, the DBE works best for Department of Transportation. Okay, it works best for Department of Transportation. But you can see here, these are the things that they're supposed to do. So most of the time when anyone asks me about the DBE program, I'm like, go to them because they're the ones being paid for it. As far as I know, the gentleman that kind of heads this and runs this is Tom Quinn. But from what I understand, maybe there's him and someone else. But they're headquartered in Sarasota, Florida. One of the things, I was on the Atlanta Black Chamber call today, and there was a company soliciting DBEs from our state, but they were based in Texas. And I will tell you, I have nothing against anyone else, any place else, but I do believe that we're here in Georgia and we should, as Georgians, this is where we're all transplants, but our base is here. We should be, doing everything we can to capture the contracts. We should be the primes and we should have the contracts, okay? Not companies outside of Georgia. We want to have companies inside Georgia, okay? So we want to be the ones. So get out here. Absorb every single bit of training that you can. I'll put the information in the chat and make sure that we are, leaning on these companies that are getting paid for these types of services. Now, what I'm doing, I'm not getting paid right now to do this, but I do it because it's, I guess, kind of a passion for me to assist you in this way. I want you to succeed, but I get paid. Of course, I got a contract with the airport. I got a contract with the county. I get paid in other ways, but this is my way of saying to you all, I want to see you succeed and win in these spaces. There are program objectives and goals and updates. So you can, again, go over to It's Marta and learn additional information. But you may or may not have to, let me go here to Marta Supplier Diversity. Depending on your county is where you'll submit your application. It depends on your county, okay? So, let me hide this. I'm on one computer, y'all, hold on. It's so hard when I don't have my displays. If you want to apply for the certification or renew, firms located in Georgia outside of Fulton, DeKalb, Clayton, outside of the state can submit their certification application to GDOT, and it is a paper application. At the time, like my company has an office in Fulton, so that's where we submitted ours through MARTA, okay? You can sign up for a training class. You can download the user manual. Let's see when the next training class is. Because, oh, they have some spaces, okay? So again, there's all kind of trainings, okay? If you have some challenges with the application, there are spaces there for you to jump in the classes, okay? You put that here in the chat for additional information. But again, for the DBE program, it really is working with transportation. If you have a food truck, this is great too, because they can count your spend. If you have a service that, like mine for marketing, I had to think of innovative ways. I went through CE&I, took notes, took a lot of time, and I just couldn't figure out how to use my DBE certification. So I'll meet people to say, I haven't had a contract. Well, you're not going to be awarded anything if you can't figure out how to help people understand how to work with you. And I say people meaning the primes. I figured it out. For me, it was helping them with telling the stories of their minority companies. Okay, let's see for our capability statement in here. And so that's what we ended up doing, telling the stories of the companies. So you have to think of an innovative way. Here I am. Did y'all see me? CIA Media Group. Okay, this is probably our old one. Yep. But if you're a DBE, you should have your certification, your capability statement here. All right. So you might want to look at somebody else's certification capability statement. You literally can go in here and download the capability statement. Okay. So we can look at this company here, 24/7 Consulting. Okay. And again, if you don't have a capability statement and you are a DBE or you want to get your DBE, go through CE&I to get this information. All right. In order to find the DOT contracts, again, they're in the Georgia Procurement Registry. They're not separate on the site, but they do something on their site, CE&I. They have letting. So let me see here. They'll send out information, search with work counties, search without counties. Let's look here. For some of the opportunities, especially in the construction space, you may need to be pre-qualified. Okay, you may need to be pre-qualified. Let's look under Fulton. Let's just search for anything that's available under Fulton County. All right, so work descriptions, next codes. Oh, these are the business names. Okay. Now, one thing I'll tell you, even though I'm showing you this, it's 1,000, but they're for different things that they do. Don't spam, don't be spammy. Don't go in here and use this from a spam. Please don't do that. Don't make me look bad. But I'm not sure what they're doing on that one. So let's go over here and do. Let's see here, search with work counties. And those may be some of the primes, okay? Let's go back again, Fulton. And if you have questions, let me know. I'm getting ready to wrap this up. And I have another call right after this called Let's Talk Politics, okay? Let's talk politics. All right, so here's some information for them with their work class and the work description and the contacts. All right, so let me stop sharing and start my video. I know I need to probably share this a little bit more on LinkedIn. I will place this on YouTube once I'm done too. So what questions do y'all have for me? You have my attention. I get people online all the time. I want to talk to you, Montina. Here's your time to talk to me for free. But if you have anything that you want to ask, I'm here for you for the next 10 minutes.
I got a question regarding the
Introduce yourself.
Hey, I'm Belvin Baldwin II, owner of Showtime Travel. What we do is we design luxury vacations for busy professionals. So all they have to do is show up and enjoy.
good. And congratulations on all your awards and success. I see you.
All right. Thank you. Thank you very much.
You are
Appreciate
shining bright out there. I see you.
it. Appreciate it. I was calling because I was trying to get I was I know the MSDC event is happening in the state of Georgia.
Yes, an
New.
MSCC. Yes.
Yeah. So I'm new. I have my MBE certification,
Yep.
but I'm wondering if it's worth paying the $1,500 or should I just go to an event, a networking event?
It's worth it.
It's worth it. Okay.
Yeah, you want to pay it here. You know what? I'll probably do some sessions because we're coming up in October, right? I think it's in October. It's blocked on my calendar. I'll do a session. I won't do it during this one, but I'll do it during our MBEIC meeting. But yeah, because I mean the next one's going to be someplace else. You don't have to pay for travel or a hotel. So I think this year we're not paying travel and hotel. Yeah, it's def. Do you have an idea of the corporations that you want to work with?
No, I need to research that. Especially since we're in travel, it's such a niche that I'm not, I don't see that bidding for that a lot.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Why are you certified? What's your ultimate goal? Do you want corporate contracts?
Yeah, I would like corporate contracts, of course, yes, but I'm not, and I'm new to it, so I'm just not seeing a lot out there especially like when I go on the supplier research. For example, I was just on the Georgia procurement site, and the last one was 2017, 2018. So I'm kind of not seeing a lot there. So I'm wondering if I'm going to get an ROI. That's the main thing.
Yeah. Well, and here. So what I would suggest that you do is reach out to GMSDC, Sanji, Florina, Reggie, whomever their certification specialists are, and ask for a conversation with them so they can help you identify opportunities. This is my challenge with those of you that get certified after being in business. This is why I do what I do. If you get certified, you have to have an ROI from it, right? But you have to have a plan. And the language is different. When I was first certified, I had an opportunity to sit down with Ingrid Watkins that was there at the time. And she said, what do you do? Well, we do video production. Well, we weren't doing video production at the time for the corporations. We had done it for the industry of attorneys. I told her what style of video, and it made sense for Ronstadt. We to this day have a contract with Ronstadt, but I don't do video. Now I'm doing their business development programs because of the relationship and because I pitched an idea to them. So when I think of what you do in terms of luxury travel, I think of their C-suite level and or employee compensation. So I would, if I were you, I would attend a SHRM meeting, Society of Human Resource Management.
Okay.
In that meeting, I would talk to a couple like, what do you do? Well, we design luxury travel for busy professionals. Is this something your corporation would be interested? Like, I would probably try to connect with about 25 HR professionals because you don't want to pay $1,500 for a ticket, but you don't have a game plan.
Exactly. That's why I was trying to come to you. Now I've had someone at a HR big company come up to me and ask about sabbaticals. They're trying to push their employees to do more sabbaticals and asked if we can work with them on that. So, maybe that's an avenue that I may go in with the corporate clients.
Let's look it up real quick. Does anybody else have questions? Because if you don't, I'm just going to talk to Belvin. I mean, it's your time to shine. Y'all know. So let me go ahead and share my screen as we look that up. I'm going to stop my video just because it's taking up.
Montina, I have a question.
Okay. All right, good. Let me do this real quick. So what I would do is look up what I just did, Belvin HR sabbatical for corporations. And I would study that. Absolutely. Yes. So what is a sabbatical leave policy, how it works? So see here, it looks like there's a lot of information on this. So again, this is where you go niche and you say, hey, yeah, this is absolutely something we can cover. And now you're not just you could be the travel luxury for busy professionals, and you could be the travel sabbatical for corporations. You see how you have different language, same thing, but over here's what you do for busy professionals. Over here's what you do for, Fortune 500 companies and corporations.
Got it. That sounds great.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So I'll put in here what I searched. Okay. Who had a question?
This is Jovan Franklin, and I'm actually with Operation Hope, and I work with, how are you? I work on the small business side with the Million Black Business Initiative. And the question that I have is similar to Belvin, when you're in just a particular area, how do you, and you kind of explained it, how you explained it with him, as for getting into other areas, like if you're looking to do government contracts, but you are financial literacy, and it's maybe a little bit difficult to find that particular niche. When it comes to the small businesses starting out and choosing a name and a field, how would you recommend that they do that? Of course, you want to do something that they're used to, that they're passionate about, but if they're looking for, contracts, how do you explain that to them?
Okay, so are you asking if they're looking for contracts for financial literacy, or are you asking about how should they name their business?
Yeah, well, actually, how should they name their business so it doesn't look like that they're only financial literacy?
Well, maybe not include financial literacy in the name. So my company name initially was Spark Wisdom, because I had a nonprofit many years ago, Single Parent Assistance Resource Knowledge Network. We were activating confidence, inspiring wisdom in the single parent family. I don't do that anymore. And so I went to Creative Internet Authority. I did not create new businesses. I just changed the name. Well, that's a really long email, Montina at Creative Internet Authority. So we condensed it to CIA Media Group. Our name is now going to go to CMG because we don't do the media portion anymore. And so when people see me and I'm saying I'm doing business consulting and all of that. So again, from a name standpoint, they can change it, but if they have the financial or that literacy in it, then it's going to encompass that. So maybe something centered around their initials. I mean, at the end of the day, if we keep our names really, really simple, that's probably the best, or if it tells what you do. So the other thing I'll tell you from a financial literacy standpoint is if they're going into that space and they want to do it for small businesses, they can think of, I told somebody this earlier, Department of Corrections. I think we forget that they have a lot of money, and they don't want repeat offenders. They don't want them coming back through the prison system. What is it that they need? Well, you got to be able to take care of yourself. And really for ex-felons, a lot of ex-felons start businesses. So again, you all have to be creative. See, the thing about government contracting is, yes, 95% of goods and services are procured. You have to be creative about how they're procuring it. And that's where we all have to start thinking outside of the boxes.
Okay, and so instead of starting a whole new business, just change the name.
I am not an attorney or CPA. I changed my name and it worked well for me the past 10 years, but my services are still aligned and similar. Like I don't run, with the media portion, and CMG, we're doing consulting, but I'm not now selling, lawn care services. So it's not completely different than what I'm currently doing. And then part of financial literacy can be adding in small business consult. Like there's so many spokes to that wheel.
Right. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Well, y'all, I have to jump off because we're going to talk politics on the next call. It's going to be me. So if you'd like to talk politics, you're interested in that space, I'm keeping it separate from this business one because it's literally just talking politics and not business. You can join me on the next call, but every Tuesday at 2 p.m., I'm going to be here. Whether y'all are here or not, I'm going to be here. Over 200 people have signed up, but it is what it is. We're busy. I get it. Let's talk politics, same thing. That's what we're going to talk about. That's where my heartbeat is right now as we build businesses. We need to sit on these boards. We have to build the relationships and build our families if we want to be successful in this life, right? All right, so I will see y'all on the other side. I'll see y'all next week. Have a great rest of the day. Thanks for joining.